Hey guys, I'm on the A7 IV with the 50mm 1.8 Sony lens. Now, I gotta tell you, this lens gets a lot of slack. A lot of people say, YouTubers and things like that say, oh, you don't want that lens, you don't want that lens. It's a cheap lens. Well, listen, it's clunky. I mean, the autofocus, it's probably the clunkiest lens I've used. So I gotta be honest, the autofocus is a little noisy. It makes you wonder, like, is this thing gonna break? Because it's clonk, 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 clonk. It's like, but hear me out. I paid $145 for the lens. Just got it, used. Now listen, $145 for a lens. Before I would have thought that is ridiculous to pay $145 for a lens. Now look, okay, notice the autofocus, huh? Look at that. It's on me, man. It's working. It works fine. I got it on the A7 IV. Now, I haven't used it on an 8-year-old camera, but, I mean, why would you now buy an 8-year-old camera? So it's a little clunky as far as autofocus, but the autofocus in itself works fine. I'll show you some samples of me showing the dog and the video audio focus and the autofocus and how it focuses on his eye. And obviously you can see it works great. Okay, so optically as well, it's very good. I'll throw up a couple pictures, some quick sample pictures that I took, and you can see that optically it works great. So yeah, it's a little clunky. If you're gonna use it in a spot where, I mean, obviously you need perfect quiet in your environment, well, okay, maybe you'll have an issue. But other than that, I mean, for $145 for a lens, it's actually it's one of the cheapest. It is the cheapest Sony lens you can get, or one of the cheapest Sony lenses you can get for the system. But optically, it works great. It looks good. So, listen, this lens, think of it like this. It's like people. Okay, not everyone's the same. Everyone's like, well, I got to get the sharper lens. I got to get the sharper lens. The sharpest. It's like it's a really, really good sharp lens, not the sharpest. But think about people, like, not everyone's the same. Different lenses have different characters. Different people have different characters. What if we're all the same? We just want to be friends with the sharpest people, the sharpest person in the world, the sharpest. Oh, you're not sharp enough. I need to get the sharpest person. I'm not talking about, optically sharp with people. I'm talking about, mentally sharp. But think about the same way. It's like, different people are different and they have different characters. And that's what makes them unique. It's the same thing with a lens. A different lens has a little different character, but optically it's a great lens. And we wouldn't count certain people out just because they're a little different. Now, I'm not talking about, I'm going to kill your mother different. Not that kind. That's a different story. That kind of difference not good. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like snowflakes, like fingerprints. People are different. They act a little different. They have different characters. That's what makes them unique. Why would you want to have 20 friends that are all exact same and none of them are different, like they're clones of each other? Well, that'd be kind of silly, right? Well, look at the lens, the 50mm lens. If you're starting out, or if you just want to get into making content and you want a lens that's inexpensive, that'll do you right, and as far as autofocus, as long as you're using it for normal things. I mean, if you're a top professional, living entirely off of your camera, and maybe, okay, spend extra money. But for most people like me, I'm just a normal dude. I don't need no $1,800 prime lens. And that's why I like the Sony system. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because I know some people say, this lens is great. It's a wonderful lens. And then other people are like, oh, it's terrible, blah, blah, blah. It's like, listen, these are the results. You take it how it is. Is this good enough to create content? Is this something you can build a YouTube channel on? Or shoot family photos with? Or shoot events with even? I mean, you let me know. I'll throw a couple pictures up. Now, I'm not a professional by any means. But I'm growing in this with you. And I want, put it in the comments below. What do you think? Does it look optically acceptable to you? I was just happy to get it in the mail. $145. I mean, come on, man. What do you want? I mean, there's other 50mm lenses over $1,000 just for one lens. Huh? Look at that. Huh? What? Can you see me now? Can you see it? Is it following me eye? Huh? Do I need to spend $1,000? I'm not saying those aren't good lenses. I'm just saying this ain't a bad lens. It's loud and it's clunky. Sounds like you're going through some kind of junkyard, smashing cars, kind of thing. What? Hey, whatever. I can live with that. But hey, what do you think? Just think of it like people, man. Sharpest lens, great. You want a sharp lens? Sharpest, quietest, perfect lens? Go ahead. That's cool. But there's nothing wrong with this little guy. Just like, you're a friend. That's a little odd. Some people say he's a little weird or she's a little weird. Let's be honest. We all have those kind of friends. I might even be that kind of friend to you. Huh? Yeah, talking to you. You know who you are, or I am to you, if I'm that guy. But hey, who cares? Isn't that what makes the world great? We can choose different lenses with different character, different budget levels, and we choose different friends, and they have different abilities, and they have different thoughts and feelings, and they're different people, and that's what makes them special, right? So this is a special lens. That's the way I look at it. It's a special lens, and I love my special friends. And I want to be your special friend. So like and subscribe to my channel. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good night.